Well, I think that it's really important that your body language and your words and your um, intensity all be kind of incongruent with each other, because it's really key when you're trying to get across your point that you are not only verbally getting it across, but you're also giving people those other cues as to your intensity with respect to what you're trying to accomplish. So it's interesting. I would recommend that people look at a TED video that Amy Cuddy did on specifically body language and assertiveness, because not only is your body language visually making you look more assertive, but it actually scientifically releases testosterone into your body and scientifically changes your makeover in a way that you can make yourself more assertive. They've done studies even on blind children when they win a race, that they throw their arms up in the air and do kind of the victory stance. And we all know the Wonder Woman stance. And it turns out that actually physically your body's changing. It's releasing endorphins and it is releasing testosterone into your body. On the topic of being an introvert, I will tell you that I'm an introvert. I will walk into a large room and often, look around and just think, oh gosh, here we go again, quite frankly. And I think that there's certainly things that you can do to prepare for that situation. Number one, plan in advance. Think about who your audience is going to be, who you might see there, who you might be able to talk to that could introduce you to somebody else, if there's somebody else that you would like to meet while you're there. Think about all those things in advance. Second of all, come up with how you're going to introduce yourself, because in different, areas of your life, obviously you're going to introduce yourself in different ways. And when I think about just moving into the community that I live in here in India, it was all new people. And when I look at it now, a year and a half later, I realize that the people I know are the people in the financial services industry. They're the people that came from Philadelphia like I did. They're the working mothers more than the non-working mothers. So I must have somehow found my commonalities with these people more quickly when I first moved here. I think another thing you can do, if you can pull context, it's very important. If you're lucky enough to be in somebody's office, or if they have the button on or something that you can identify them, a hat from a certain college, that's always a great icebreaker. Oh, I see you went to Penn State. How are the Nittany Lions doing, or whatever. It's just a way for you to break into a conversation, have something to say to them initially. And if there's nothing like that, if it's just a room full of people, think about current events. I often do that. And certainly moving to India is very easy for me, because I can ask them, can you help me understand something about, the city, the culture, how do I get to so-and-so? It can be that simple, just asking somebody about something which obviously, is you need to know about and would be something you typically wouldn't know. So I think they're just some random thoughts on, going into those uncomfortable situations where you have to meet people.